informative. I think every time that I see you, I learn something new about RBG. Yeah, I don't have a lot to add to her personality. I mostly just want to thank people today. Of course, the Jane Addams Peace Association for bestowing I Dissent with this honor. To say I'm humbled to be in the company of these other books is an understatement for sure. Also, thank you to our editor, Kristen Ostby, who's here today, and the rest of the team at Simon & Schuster for bringing me in. This is my first picture book, so taking a risk on me for sure to work on this book. And of course, Debbie, for writing this unique, thought-provoking version of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's story. She's lived a wonderful life and continues to do so, and there's so many paths you could take, but I think this one was just great, and it was a perfect match for the two of us, like you said. So over 2 years ago, Kristen contacted me to see if I would be interested in illustrating a book called I Dissent. I think it had a title. But I think I only got to the words Ruth Bader before I was like, yes, I must illustrate this book. How could you not? But then the lively text by Debbie only cemented my desire to work on it. When I first started working on this book, I knew she was a smart, revered judge who stood up for women's rights. I knew she had great style. I knew people called her notorious. But it wasn't until I really began exploring her as a character, studying her cases and learning about her life before becoming a judge, that the impact of who this woman has been to our country really hit me. Had I known all that, I might not have replied to the email at all. Might have been too intimidated. When you first begin to illustrate a book, there's a lot of things going through your mind, like how you're going to artistically, what techniques you're going to use, what your deadlines are, how are you going to represent the author's words while still bringing your own life to the project. And you don't think about what's going to happen here like a year later, what's going to happen when the book's out in the world. So I'm very appreciative of all the wonderful feedback we've received, all the shared photos of children dressed up like Ruth Bader Ginsburg for Halloween, and awards like this one that, just confirm that what we all believe is that her story matters, and that they're loved and appreciated. I'm a person who follows the news probably to an unhealthy degree sometimes. I spend a lot of time in my studio listening to podcasts, and you get the feeling that we're in a trying time. People seem to disagree a lot, and not always in a refined, dissenting manner. But one of the most reassuring things I've heard as of late is from Justice Ginsburg herself. She stated that in politics, when the pendulum swings too far in one direction, you can look forward to it moving back. And I think sometimes it, doesn't only apply to politics, but life itself. So I'm going to trust my fellow lefty and her 84 years of wisdom, and use her words to comfort me and also to inspire me to persist moving forward. So thank you.